Hello, everyone. So, we've started with the attitude and social cognition. So, to begin with, let us understand a little bit of social behavior. So, we all know that how our social environment is constantly influencing our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors in the most complex way. And when people say that, they are social, it does not only mean that, they can be a part of another person's company because social behavior essentially is all about the social influence as well. You know, it is the same social influence actually which are pushing people to form views or attitudes about other people, so to say, and even about other different issues in life, and it does exist in the form of behavioral tendencies in each one of us, you know. For instance, when we meet people for the first time, we tend to make inferences about them, especially about their personal qualities. We draw conclusions about them. That is what inferences are all about, where we tend to draw conclusions about people, you know. And this is what is called impression formation. No wonder people say that, first impression is the last impression. This is but necessarily not true. You can definitely work on your impression, but that's how people think because, they meet you for the first time and they definitely draw conclusions about your personal qualities. They come to inferences about about your personal qualities, which is essentially, of course, in a way called impression formation. And then we do have when we are very very keen and interested to know as to how people behave in a particular manner, and we tend to actually assign causes to that kind of behavior also. So that is the process of attribution, because this process is how people actually tend to explain the causes of behavior and events. People are motivated to assign causes literally to the actions and behaviors of other people, and that is what is attribution. So, attribution, impression formation, and the attitudes. So attitudes, if you see, are your state of mind. They are your thoughts, your ideas regarding a particular topic. So, all these three attitudes, impression formations, and your attribution together, which are all about gathering and interpreting the information about the social world, essentially are called the social cognition. So, social cognition is a process through which we can notice, we can interpret, we can remember, and later we can even use the social information. It definitely helps in making sense of other people and ourselves. So, social cognition essentially is all these three processes, coming together where you have attribution, impression formation, and your attitudes, Collectively, that's what is called the social cognition. Now, these social cognitions are getting triggered, or they are rather getting activated by schemas. These schemas are our cognitive uh, units, and these cognitive units are nothing but our mental structures. So, these mental structures or cognitive units are called the schemas. And coming to, of course, the social influence, which is especially in the form of observable behavior, which we can very well notice. We have two very important processes of social facilitation and inhibition, which come under social influence once again. So sometimes our performances, they actually get improved in the presence of other people. We do get the motivation, we get a boost when we see so many people present, and our performance gets better. We do even better, and that is social facilitation. But sometimes our performances decline in the presence of other people. We can just maybe get conscious, nervous, and that is what is called inhibition. Again, here we are understanding the social influence. Coming to the pro social behavior, which is another aspect of social behavior, very, very important. where it talks about, a particular kind of behavior, that does good to another person. And it is done without any pressure from outside, without any expectation of a reward or return. So, this kind of a behavior, where of course it's all about a social service, where you're trying to serve the people who are in dire need, or they are in acute distress, but you're doing all of this without the intention, you know, of being noticed, or being publicized, or being glorified. Your intent is not to get publicized, to get noticed, or to get glorified, but you're doing purely with an intent to help people. You're doing purely with an intent to do good to people, so there's absolutely no pressure, there's absolutely no expectations for rewards, for recognition, or for any kind of returns coming to your way. So that is what is pro-social behavior. So this was all about the social behavior. Thank you so much.